Dr. Alex Jahangir is an orthopedic trauma surgeon and the chair of the Nashville COVID-19 Task Force, as well as the Nashville Board of Health, and he joins me now. First of all, just to level set, Dr. Jahangir, can you tell us how things are going in your state with COVID right now?
You know, things are the worst it's been since I first took over as in March of 2020. Our cases are the highest they've ever been. Our mortality rate is the highest. The hospitals are literally at the brim. I'm a practicing surgeon, and we are literally now canceling procedures that are important so that we can have room for COVID patients. And it is really tiresome and frustrating. And more so now than ever, we have so many children that are infected. Over 40% of cases just last week in Tennessee were in children. So things are really as dire as they've ever been.
Yeah, I saw this number about COVID infections in kids 5 to 18 years old we have there. Now, of course, those are two categories, right? Because 12 and up are vaccine eligible and below 12 are not. But you can see on the graph there, like it is spiking in children. There's a certain amount to which children will make up a higher proportion of cases because seniors are the most vaccinated demographic. But what does this mean for the basic levels of community transmission and the safety of the populace of the state of Tennessee right now?
You know, I think what is important is even those between 12 and 18 who are eligible for the vaccine, they have maybe 26% of that age group who are vaccinated, wow, which is terrible, right? I mean, it's just purely terrible. And so what this means is we have children that are not able to go to school because schools are not allowed to be virtual, and kids who are sick have to stay out. We have schools that don't allow masks to be worn, and allow kids to opt out of wearing masks. And I think that is purely anti the whole point of trying to keep kids in school. Masks have been shown to lower the risk of this disease in kids. If you look at the two largest counties in Tennessee, Shelby and Davidson County, which decided not to allow an opt-out, per capita, they have half the number of COVID cases as any other school district. So it really is bad, not only for the health of the state, but also for the opportunity to learn and the opportunity to do all the things that are important that we want kids to do.
There's also just these awful, tragic stories. We're seeing these across the country, particularly throughout the South, where the Delta variant is spreading and where there have not been vaccine mandates, of teachers falling victim to the illness, and in some cases losing their lives. There's been headline after headline across the country, and really, really brutal. Is there, in terms of leadership, you know, there are different ways that political leaders can message on this. And one of the things I keep saying is, you know, when a political leader wants to talk about an issue and when they don't. Critical race theory is a great example. Like, they'll find ways to talk about critical race theory. Has the Governor Lee been pushing on vaccination, pushing on public health measures? Has this been something he's active and eager to talk about and to message to try to protect the citizens of your state?
You know, early on in the pandemic, the governor did try to advocate to do the things we need to do, mask mandates and so forth. But very recently, that has not been the case. And as you saw, the state legislature has been very proactive in trying to minimize any power that any local health board, such as the National Board of Health, has, and frankly, probably what the governor can do. And so, you know, as a Board of Health in Nashville, we're one of the 6 independent health entities in the state. We no longer have the power to issue an emergency public health order. The exact order that made us the first city in the Southeast to issue a stay-at-home order. The State Department of Health was actually, if you had listened to that hearing that you broadcast, literally they wanted to dissolve the State Department of Health because of the issues you brought up. Now think about it. That's not only issues regarding vaccines, but that's water, that's air quality. I mean, it flabbergasts me, because if we're talking about pro-life and being safe for the people of our state, we need to be proactive in these measures.
There were state representatives that wanted to dissolve the entire State Department of Health over this?
They did. In fact, they scheduled a hearing for the month or a week or so after that hearing that you broadcast. Fortunately, they didn't follow through with that, but literally there's no point to the State Department of Health in some of these legislators' mind, which I might also add has rabies shots and all of the other things that we do. So it really is extreme in that their health is vital for every Tennessean. And I think that's the #1 job of government, is to protect each resident of this state.
Dr. Alex Jahangir, thank you so much for sharing a little bit of time, and good luck down there. We're thinking about you.
Thank you.